8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, fam? Welcome back to this episode of 49 Faithfullee. We're your hosts, Miriah Lee and Teran Lewis. TL, what's up? How you doing?
What up? What up, fam? Everybody in the chat. What's up, Mariah? No, everything's good. We had a good show last night with Jess and East Coast Red and Gold, and so now we're on to our show. So I can't wait to get into it.
Yep, that was fun. If you missed it, make sure you guys go check it out. There was a whole panel of like the whole group of us. What is there, like 10 of us or
Yeah, it was like
11 maybe at one
10.
point? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
A lot of us. But yeah, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so
My
did I.
ass was hurting by the end of it.
It was a long show. It was like
Yeah.
what, like 2.5 hours almost.
Yep.
It was pretty
But I
good.
mean,
It was
I
fun.
was expecting that because
Oh,
with
for
that
sure.
many people, you have to have
Yeah,
time for everybody to talk
yeah,
and
for sure.
whatnot.
Yeah, it was a nice show. Yeah, I think ended up being about 10, 11 of us, and I mean, it flowed perfectly. Everybody got their takes off. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, go ahead and check it out.
So today, I mean, we're just going to talk about a couple of things that have been going on in the news circuit. But obviously, we all know that it's the off season, and we're not just going to keep. I feel like just regurgitating the same bit of info that we get, from show to show to show to show to show for 2
Yeah,
weeks until finally a little bit of new piece of info comes out. Like I'm just so tired of talking about the same shit over and over and over, and we still have so many months to go before there's actually football stuff to talk about. The draft, we'll have the draft, and then it'll get slow again for a little bit, and then. So yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit of a couple things that are going on, and then we have a couple giveaways to do for our moderators to say thank you. And then we're going to do a duck hunt giveaway for the chat. So, chat, as you enter, and the mods, obviously you're included in this one too. As you enter, if you want to be put into the duck hunt game, enter hashtag smile in the chat, and we'll know that you want to be entered, and we'll put you on the list, and we'll end the show with that. And we'll probably do a moderator giveaway, and then we'll talk, and then we'll do another moderator giveaway, and then we'll talk, and then we'll probably do the duck hunt. We'll close it out like that, maybe something like that. So yeah, hashtag smile to be entered into that. And then I'll confirm with you guys, as soon as somebody puts it. So like Bryant, I'm putting Bryant on the list. So make sure I confirm with you guys that, I'm putting you on the list too, in case I don't know how busy chat will get. So, but yeah, so we wanted to try out something different, something the duck hunt at least knows, take up some time, little fun, instead of just a number thing, And also I
yeah,
found a new number generator thing. It's like what I use, but it's like it's on here, so I can actually put it on the screen, and it'll pop the number up right there. So that'll be better too.
yeah, cool.
So yeah, what's up, chat? Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Sin, I see you. You are well. Bryant, what's up? Tony, hey Tony, hope you're well. Hope the baby's doing good. Joel, what's up? Joel, I'm adding you to the list. All right, so let's start with something that came out today. Let me pull it up here. It was from Pro Football Talk, so I mean, take it with a grain of salt. But he says there's a rumor making the rounds that Nick Caserio could leave Houston for a return to New England after the draft, which Nick Caserio is the GM of the Houston Texans, which we know D'Amico Ryans is now the head coach of, right? So they put out that tweet. Mike Silver then quote tweets that and says, to further flesh out the rumor, The talk is that 49ers assistant GM Adam Peters would be targeted to replace Caserio. So, I mean, all these time, every single year, it's like we're losing great coach after great coach after great coach. Adam Peters' name's always thrown out there for other teams in their GM search, right? And for whatever reasons, whether it's we know that he's turned down interviews, we know that he just hasn't interviewed at all. And we've all speculated what those reasons are, why he's doing that, whether it's because he's been told, obviously that he's next in line and that John Lynch isn't staying around much longer. So once he's gone, obviously Adam Peters would move into John Lynch's role. Or whatever the case may be. We know that Adam Peters is from the Bay Area. He wants to be in the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. But, I think we've all kind of been crossing our fingers and just hoping that he wouldn't leave, and kind of have been lucky up until this point. But, as we know with our players in free agency, we've seen them now. We see them get plucked like, oh, we thought that we'd sign this player back. We thought we'd sign this player back. Well, no, they're going to all these teams that now coaches from our team have branched out to, right? Because they know our people. Now the same thing's happening with, our guys like this. So I think that's interesting that all of a sudden the Texans get D'Amico Ryans and Nick Caserio's like, I'm out of here. Like, was he already on his way out, or like, is he taking on that same role? Like, what role would he be taking on with the Patriots? Because the Patriots didn't fire their GM, right? Like, I didn't hear about them losing their GM. So, like, it just seems kind of weird. Like, why all of a sudden is he leaving the Texans, first of all?
Yeah.
Like, you just got, supposedly your number one head coaching search person, the guy that you wanted, all this, bringing him back home, yada, yada, the perfect story for your screwed up franchise. Yeah. And now all of a sudden you're out of there. Like, I'm going to help you draft, but then I'm out of here. I'm going to help you draft whatever shitty players I can, and then I'm hitting the door. Like, so that's kind of weird. That's where I was first starting to question. And now, like, that's really going to suck if we end up losing Adam Peters, say, this year to go to the Texans. And then say next year, John Lynch decides he's going to go to the TV deal, whatever he's doing. And then we're kind of screwed because, well, now our GM's gone, and our GM that we've been waiting to move into the GM role is also gone. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That just sounds kind of sus to me. Like, first of all, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. Isn't Bill Belichick like the GM of the Patriots? Isn't he the one that does all the drafting and makes all the decisions? Yeah, so I think he's quick. Like
as you guys enter to get into the duck hunt race, whatever, duck hunt giveaway. Enter hashtag smile into the chat, and I'll put you onto the list. Tony, I got you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that's just kind of weird to me. Like I said, I think Bill Belichick's the man over there. So what position is Nick Caserio taking? Like, is there some stuff going on with Bill Belichick that we don't know? Is he gonna go like take like a pay bump to go down? You know what I mean? Because he's not gonna. I don't know. That's just weird to me.
He's on his way out the freaking door.
Yeah. I don't think I would trust somebody who I feel is leaving to help me draft players to my organization.
Exactly.
Because they're gonna sabotage. They're gonna sabotage. Yeah. Like especially because it's the AFC team, and I know the Houston Texans are like the bottom dwellers right now, but still, like, you're gonna trust somebody to be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna help you with this draft, put all the good pieces together to make this organization great, and then I'm gone. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then with Adam Peters, I know he's like the man behind the scenes, but as far as what I'm concerned, I feel like I'd rather have him as a GM than John Lynch, if I'm being honest here. I feel like he has a better track record, all this other stuff, Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me. Adam Peters, I know he's from the Bay Area. I'm sure he loves it there, but money talks. So if they blow him away with the offer he can't refuse, I mean, I'm taking it. I'm not going to sit there and just hope John Lynch leaves in 2 years or whatever. Like, if the job is there and it's guaranteed in a city like Houston, where they have their bad track record, but it's still, one of the largest cities in the United States. I think they're number 4 in population and stuff like that. They're, like I said, it's in Texas where everything is well, there's no state taxes. So I mean, I wouldn't turn it down, to be honest. If they offer me that
Yeah.
job, I mean, if I can have it right now, but I probably feel like, hey, let me get in there before the draft. You know what I mean? That's just kind of weird to me. I don't know. But I mean, but two, it's like, I don't know. It's just that situation just doesn't make any sense to me. So I hope Adam Peters doesn't leave. But at the same time, I wouldn't blame him if he does. But like I said, with Nick Caserio going back to the Patriots, what role is he taking? I mean, unless he gets into like a VP situation where he's higher than Bill Belichick, because as of right now, Bill Belichick's the man on that team, even though he hasn't been good lately, but he's the head coach / GM and handles all the decision making. So it's just a weird situation.
Maybe just with the recent, him having, we obviously know that, Belichick hired his homies to come in and coach positions they didn't have no business coaching last season. Defensive coaches, coaching offense, and it was a total clusterfuck over there. So maybe, it got to a point where he's like, okay, this is getting too much. I'm getting too old. I need some help, like we need a real GM around here. Or maybe, the organization is seeing that he's moving his way out the door. Who knows? Because too, it's like, how long do head coaches, like, do you just keep hanging on to a head coaching job forever? It's like, sooner or later he has to become stale there, he's the most winning coach, yada yada yada. Well, he's not now. And it's like, after so long, like, you need new faces, you need fresh coaching, you need, it's like, I don't know. I just think after a while you need a switch up, and sooner or later he's gonna have to find his way out of there. Like, something needs to change around there.
Absolutely.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Donald? Paul? What's up? Jake? As you guys enter, for anybody that wants to get entered into the duck hunt race, enter hashtag smile into the chat, and I'll put you onto the list. Yeah. You just missed us talking about Adam Peters possibly, rumor of him possibly going to the Texans if Nick Caserio goes back to New England. Let's talk about, there was a news release today that Laquon Treadwell was coming in for a workout with the 49ers. He's been in the league for a while now, I think about 7-8 years around there. A former first round pick, 2016 to the Vikings, but he's kind of been all over the place. I think you said 6 teams?
6 teams in 7 years, yeah.
Yeah, most recently with the Seahawks. So obviously he hasn't been doing great, right? He can't stick on anywhere. I don't know if this is just like maybe a camp body, a vet, whatever. We know, like, remember, we've had like 4 guys that we have around in camp that, these older guys that Kyle just kept hanging around.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like half of them now went to the Dolphins. We're losing those even, now. So maybe Kyle's finding a new group of those. What are your thoughts when you saw Laquon Treadwell coming in?
Yeah, I laughed at that too, and you make good sense, because it's like, everybody always wondered why the Mohamed Sanu's kept sticking around, and it's like he doesn't do nothing for us,
Yeah.
At least this guy. I mean, and I'm not saying that he's not as good as Mohamed Sanu. Mohamed Sanu in his heyday, he was a good receiver. He did his thing when he was with Atlanta, stuff like that. So but Laquon Treadwell, we've stated, he's a journeyman, has like 100 catches in 6 years, only 5 touchdowns. He's going on his 7 teams as many seasons. If we do sign him, not guaranteed. This is his third tryout with the NFC West team. As we mentioned, he was on Arizona, he was on Seattle most recently. I think possibly a camp body. He's probably like another Juwan Jennings, just a big body who's kind of slow, but I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, hopefully, I don't know if they're just thinking like, in this offense, if he can be like a number 4, number 5 guy who can stick, because as we mentioned before, Jawan Jennings and Ray McLeod are on 1-year deals. So maybe they're just thinking like, if we can get a guy who can come in and learn the offense and, do what they need to do, maybe that, he can stick. But yeah, I feel like a camp body. I still think we're going to draft a wide receiver. And we still have Danny Gray in the wings, and I think we still have Tay Martin in the wings too, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, we have a couple receivers. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? His track history shows that he might get a 1-year deal, but he won't stick after that. So I mean, he can come in, he can compete, with as like a 5th or 6th receiver or something like that. That's all I can really see from him, because he's not going to beat out anybody who's ahead of him. He's not beating out Debo,
No,
Ayuk, or Jawan Jennings, or even Ray McLeod. He's not beating them
no.
guys out. So basically, I feel like he's
And
competing
I
with
highly
Danny
doubt he
Gray.
beats out Danny Gray either.
Yeah, and they say that
He's
definitely
not
beats
beating
out
out
Danny
somebody we
Gray.
spent a draft pick.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully he can turn it around and get some. He's not that old. He's only 27 years old, so he's
Yeah.
fairly young still. So yeah, I don't know what his role is going to be, but we'll see what happens. Bryant just said he
Yep.
heard 15 hasn't signed his deal yet, so I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah. I'm sure he will, because that's a tender. So, I mean,
Yeah.
he can just wait for another team to offer the tender to whatever, but
Hmm.
another team would have to offer him more to pay more money, whatever, however that works, some weird shit when it comes to a tender. So I highly doubt anybody else is going to do that.
Yeah,
His own team don't even want to offer him a freaking real contract.
I know.
Real quick, so I have so far on the list for Duck Hunt, I have Bryant, Joel, Tony, Paul, John V, Tia, JDLR, and Joey. If you haven't been put on the list and want to get on there, hashtag smile, and I'll add you to the list. What's up, everybody that's coming in? Beto, Twin, what's up? Tia, glad to catch you on your lunch break. David McNew. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing great today on this Thursday. Dina, what's up? How you doing? Twin, I got you. Tia, I appreciate you so much. So much. Tia with a great donation. You're wonderful.
Nice.
So yeah, let's do one of the moderator giveaways real quick. We're trying out some new, since we're in that we card game. So let me make sure that it's set up here real quick. We'll see how it works. So it's going to go through and it'll pick, if it picks your name, you don't want it to pick your name first, because it's going to take you off the list. And so whoever's the last name remaining will be the winner. So let's see. Let me set this up real quick. Give me a second. All right. Let me share my screen, guys. I'm going to get you in here. Again, this is for the moderators. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys for all you do, for keeping track of our craziness going around here. And we know that, not all of you guys can be on here at the same time, obviously. So there's about, I think, 13 of you on this list. So at least, the hopes are that 1, 2 of you at least will be in here to keep track of things, keep things in order. But you guys are appreciated. So, we like to do a little extra thank you to you guys to let you know that. All right. So Let me get this up here. Let me remove this thing so you guys can see. Let me put this on full screen. Where is it? All right, let's get this. All right, hopefully everybody can see that. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So good luck. Remember, it'll be the one that's last left. So if you get picked first, obviously, you don't want that. Let's go. Bryant. Bryant's first out the list.
Donald
Next.
Johnson, absolutely. Denise.
Wah, wah. The Shar's off. JDLR. 9 left. Let's let it go around a little bit.
It's like roulette.
Melissa. Tanya. 7 names left. Who's it gonna be?
Who's gonna be the last person standing? Tony. The couple's out of it.
The Colps are out. 6 left. Beto.
Ryan.
4 left. John V. John V's con is going to be coming to Vegas soon. Hopefully he has some better luck. David. 2 left. Who's left?
Miss Deb.
Miss Debbie. All right. Who is it? Tia came back for the win.
That's crazy.
Let's see what. So this is what the moderator group 1 package was. Let me see. So we have 3 powerhouses. George Kittle is numbered 41 out of 99. There is Deebo Samuel, which is numbered 273 out of 299. And then a matching Elijah Mitchell, which is numbered 114 out of 449. To go with a Trey Lance, Will to Win, Silver Prism. Congrats, Tia. We appreciate you for all you do, for all your support, for all the love that you've always shown. Let me get Tia's name put on here. For the moderator number 2 drawing that we'll do in a little bit, that one is going to be for this Danny Gray rookie card jersey card. as well as the Ty Davis Price autograph. Show some love to our rookies going into their second year. So that'll be a Danny Gray TDP combo for our Moderators number 2 drawing. For the Duck Hunt drawing, for those that haven't entered yet, hashtag smile in the chat and I'll get you on the list. We have some number cards that we're going to give out for that as well. Let me show you what we got here. Going to do a little combo pack for the Duck Hunt to say thank you for you guys spending some time with us. We appreciate you guys. Let's do a numbered Kyle, Juice, and John Taylor combo.
Nice combination.
John Taylor is numbered 17 out of 60. And then Juice is numbered 60 out of 249. So we'll do that for our Duck Hunt winner. So
excellent combination.
If I haven't put you on the list, that you get put on, hashtag smile to be entered into that. Let me make sure if I've missed any. Let's see. Congrats again, Tia. Did I miss anybody here?
You got SG Sports Talk channel, Smile. And then we also have, who else? I saw somebody else too. KRWN. Oh, that combination is awesome. Too bad I can't win. It's funny too. I was telling people before, me, Miriah and I never discuss material ever. Like we just get on and, she goes through her lineup. So, props. First of all, let me give props to Miriah because she carries the show. All I do is come on and talk. She really is the one who puts it together, puts the topics together, all this other stuff. But so when she tells me, oh, hashtag smile, my first thought was, have you ever seen that movie? And she was like, no, it's on my list. And I was like, it's actually a pretty decent, scary movie. It's not like these ones that come out lately that are real corny.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it sooner or later. We have a whole list of stuff.
Make sure you go watch Creed 3. My wife
working graveyard, it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. Make sure you watch Creed 3.
Creed 1 or 2.
Oh, you gotta. Oh, yeah. Well, you gotta catch up with those, but yeah.
What's up, everybody that's joined? We are going to get to the chat Duck Hunt to end the show. We just got done with our first moderator drawing. We have another one coming up in a little bit. But before we get there, we'll talk about a couple things real quick. Let's talk a little bit about your thoughts on Trey Lance. Besides, well, first of all, let's talk about the hair because obviously that's made. I sent you last night. I couldn't freaking believe because after my wife, like this is my nightly routine. I send my wife off to work. She works graveyard, right? And then I go, and I lay into bed and do my whatever. If I have to do artwork, thumbnails, whatever, and I listen to. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes Chris Sims, sometimes people that have a longer show because, I'll listen to it for a couple hours before I go to sleep. So I was looking through what the Pat McAfee had, and the very first show I see is talking about Trey Lance's hairline. I'm like, you got to be freaking shitting me that even Pat McAfee on his show of millions of freaking subscribers is talking about Trey Lance's hairline. So of course I had to watch the video, and they're like, oh, people shouldn't be giving him a hard time because his hairline. And then they're talking about, that he should go get fake hair or, all this shit they were talking about. But I mean, I think it's sad because that's what made national headlines. Everything is about Trey Lance's hair. And then you see the very next workout video that he comes out with, he has a beanie on. So a beanie in the middle of whatever freaking April, like, come on. But it should be on, Trey Lance hopefully, working to fix whatever, mechanical issues he had in his throwing and, his fixes accuracy issues, all this stuff, so that he can come back and retake the starting job if, that's what's in the cards to happen. But no, or him working with Mahomes and, him going out there and at least putting in the work, right? At least he's not just sitting on his ass playing freaking playing Madden, like he's out actually putting in the work. He's out, with working with another quarterback that people said had shitty mechanics, that his accuracy sucked, and that's now won Super Bowl MVP, league MVP, 2 Super Bowls. He's out working with that guy. But, all that message gets missed because all these people are too focused on freaking Trey Lance's hair. It's probably you same motherfuckers that are stressing him out and making his hair fall out. The same ones that have now made Kyle Shanahan's entire hair go gray since he's been with the 49ers. Like that same shit happens. Trey Lance loses his hair and Kyle Shanahan goes completely gray. So what are your thoughts on, the whole, what Trey Lance, I know you said you wished he would work in silence, which I countered with, it's not him releasing this shit, it's the training people. It's that, of course, one put their names out there like, hey, I'm working with this guy. I'm working with this guy. So, put your people to work with me, So, I mean, we can't knock him for that.
Yeah, no, I know that's not totally his fault, but I mean, I would think, I could be wrong. I would think he'd have some say so in it. Like, hey, I don't want X, Y, and Z here filming me or whatever the case may be. I'd rather have people I trust who are going to hold on to the film and stuff like that, just so he can go back and rewatch. And I think a lot of it is that, like, when you're out there with your mechanics, you're throwing to receivers, stuff like that. You want to go back and look at how you look. You know what I mean? Because you can critique yourself when you look at it on film and be like, oh, I need to work on this. I need to work on these angles, whatever the case may be. So yeah, the people who are putting that out there, I'm not sure. Obviously he's okay with it because he's not saying anything. And Joey has an excellent, funny comment. What's thinner, the belief that the team has in him, or his hairline? You know what I mean? Like, I think the belief
for real. That's sad.
Yeah, seriously. And that's funny you say that, but yeah, I don't know, and I can't really answer that because and I'm not gonna sit here and go off on a tangent and say I don't know because I don't know. I don't know if the team believes in him or not. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and speculate. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why I had mentioned this, weeks ago when we were on the show, talking about him moving in silence and him just, working secretly, working on his mechanics, his throwing motion secretly behind the scenes, because all he does is get critiqued, and it's you look at him and you got the few people out there, a small percentage, or like, man, the ball placement looks better. He has a better spin on the ball. Nice spiral. But then it's like, then you got the doubters, of course. Oh, what is it? Oh, well, there's no pass rush. He's not in pads, and then you got the ones who are just just eating him alive with his hairline. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's going bald. He's going bald. Well, I'm the same person. I was started going bald at 25. I'm bald right now. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, and who knows? I think a lot of it could be stress. But I remember my coworker a long time ago, and and he hasn't proved me wrong yet. He told me that if your mom's dad, so basically if your grandpa on your mom's side is bald, then you will be bald as well. And that's a fact on my part, because my grandpa on my mother's side, he went bald early, and now it happened to me as well. So I think a lot of it is hereditary, but at the same time, I'm sure a lot of it is the stress level. Beto, he brought it up kind of last night on the show. He was just like, regardless of your position, when you're not given full confidence and you have to be looking behind your shoulder every single time that, hey, if I mess that up, I'm not going to be able to keep my job. it adds stress. I'm sorry, like, that's just a fact of the matter. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty annoying. I mean, I get it. It's a joke, and I don't mind joking at all. I'm the king of jokes. I don't mind. Me and my boys sit around a bar and we trash talk each other all day. I get that. Like, I'm not saying it can't go on, but I feel like that should not be the main focal point of this man's workout. You know what I mean? And that's all they're talking about
Yeah.
is his hairline. So, and that's crazy to me.
Yep. I agree. What's up, Jess? All right, so I'm getting the names put in to the duck hunt. That's mean.
Rogaine for men.
But they were acting like that they've never seen pictures. Like, this is the first time that Trey Lance has ever taken pictures with his hair, the front of his hair showing. It's like, I've known that his hair is like that, like I've seen plenty of pictures with his hair like that in the last couple years,
There you go. Niner sickness. That's what it says. God's purpose for me over others' opinions of me. And that's what Trey Lance should lean with. Forget what everybody's opinions are. Go out there and do you, and God will prevail. That's all I got to say.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, getting names put in duck hunt. So let me make sure I got everybody that's... Again, if you want to be entered into Duck Hunt and you haven't yet, if I didn't confirm that your name's been put on the list, make sure you put #smile.
Thank you, everybody that's complimenting the shirt. That's how I live my life every day. God's purpose for me over others' opinions over me. Because everybody's opinions don't matter. It's my life, and I'm going to do what I do. And I'm going to, God has his purpose for me, and I'm going to fulfill whatever he wants me to fulfill. It's not my plan. It's not anybody else's plan. It's his plan. So that's how I see it.
Hey, media. I'm sorry. Let me see. John D, I got you already. Miss Debbie. Tony, I had you already. Alberto, I have you already. Bubbly. All right, so let me read you my list. And if I don't have you on there and you want to be entered, make sure you re-enter. Bryant, Joel, Tony, Paul, JV, Tia, JDLR, Joey, Twin, SG, KR, was it KRWN, Alberto, Miss Debbie, and Bubbly. So if you didn't hear your name on the list, #smiley, and I'll put you on. Let me get these other ones. Alberto, Miss Debbie, and Bubbly. And then we'll do our other moderator giveaway, and we'll do Duck Hunt. We got Pete. I got
Pete,
you.
Pete in the house.
Dina. Chrissy. 187. All right, let me add those to the list. You can talk about
stay away
whatever.
from people. I stay away from people that have 187 in their name. Murderers. No.
I know.
No, I mean, another thing, I don't know if you have this on your list, a lot of people too been talking about, because I guess we had that guy in from Fresno State, that Jake Hayner, that quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, and I love the guy. Like, if he's there in the 5th round, I would take him because I feel like he's, to me, I'm not saying right now, so don't people get it twisted. Coming out of college, he's a better prospect than Brock Purdy. He's a 3-year starter. D1, comes out of a pro style offense, has a better arm than Purdy. I'm not saying he has a better IQ or none of this stuff. I'm just saying from a guy I've watched, because I think he'll probably go somewhere in the 5th round. If he's there, I'll take him. And of course, because we have a quarterback coming, it's funny because if we draft a tight end in the 5th round, nobody's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna take George Kittle's job and all this other stuff. And it's like, even if we do draft a quarterback in the 5th round, doesn't mean he's taking Trey Lance's job. Doesn't mean he's taking Brock Purdy's job. He's just in there to compete. And that's what it comes down to it. So if we get this guy Haener, I'm gonna be happy to get Haener because, one, like I said, he has experience coming from a pro style offense. He's a 3-year starter at Fresno State, which is D1. And 2, you need a third quarterback to come into camp anyway. So people need to understand that we're going to draft a quarterback or bring in somebody else, whether it's undrafted free agent or something. You can't go in to OTA's training camp with 2 quarterbacks who can throw the football. You can't. So expect somebody like a Jake Haener or Sean Clifford, somebody to be taken on day 3 or undrafted to come in here and be a camp arm, because we need that. And ultimately, I believe that person will probably be on our practice squad. Because, we saw the disaster in the quarterback situation last year. And I just think that, and Paul Hope, he might be right. We might draft somebody or get an undrafted free agent. We don't, or both, because of the simple fact that, having 4 quarterbacks is not a bad thing, because you don't want to tire out the arms of a Sam Darnold and a Trey Lance. There's only 2 quarterbacks going there taking snaps. So, yeah, be prepared for somebody to come in and be at least a third camp arm. I agree, Joey. If we can somehow get Jake Haener and Cropper, the wide receiver that he threw the ball to in Fresno State, local kids, I think Jalen Cropper is from Sanger, California. And Joey, if you're from Sanger, which you know about Chuck Wagon, I know if anybody's in the Central Valley, stop at Sanger and go to Chuck Wagon. They got the best chili cheese fries and burgers I've ever tasted. But anyway, you get a Cropper, you get these guys, and man, I'm telling you, it'll add speed to our receiving core and it'll add some experience at quarterback. So yeah, I just find it funny that, as soon as that article came out, it was all negative. Oh, see, they don't believe in Trey. They're looking to replace Trey as much as they can. If you don't think we're gonna get somebody to come in and be a third arm at quarterback, then I don't know what kind of football fan you are, because we do it every year.
You don't know what kind of football fan you are.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let me share this. We're going to do this now. Let me pull up this thing. Card giveaway there. Get Moderator giveaway.
Thanks, 49er Media.
Right. Hopefully everybody can see that. First. Sure. Wah, wah. Yeah.
Exactly, Willie. We need 3 quarterbacks.
You guys are going to let Tia come in and beat. Oh, and Willie, thank you. I appreciate that. I saw your comment. I can't see it right now because I'm watching these cards, but I had seen. All right. Next. Let's see if Tony can keep us alive. Miss Debbie. 9 left. Denise. And notice that it doesn't select I pick either. So you can't blame me for picking the wrong one. So I'd be way over here on the right and it still selects right in the middle. Tia. David. 5 left. Who's left? Beto. 4 alive. John V's out of there. 3 left. Who's left? JGLR.
Hey JV, we gotta play some blackjack when you get in town.
Who's the runner-up? Ryan. And that leaves who as the lucky winner? Tony! She kept the corpse alive the whole time. Congrats, Tony. Real quick, let me stop.
49er Media, this is the gifts for our moderators.
So, this is what Tony wins. She wins the Danny Gray rookie card, jersey card, and the TDP autograph. Congrats, Tony. It's your whole suitcase of collections.
Whoever Hay is said she told me she doesn't want it. The 49er Media, I agree, man. I feel like after Trey Lance, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on TDP to show his worth too, because like Miriah and I were saying, if he doesn't do it for us and he ends up getting cut or something, gets beat out by Jordan Mason and everybody again, then we need to stop drafting running backs this early. Just stick to undrafted free agents and 5th or 6th round picks because, like I said, Joe Williams, Trey Sermon, and so TDP, he needs to work out.
Yep. Let's do the duck hunt for those that got entered. And then we're going to get out of here. I'm meeting up with, we got a lot of visitors coming to Vegas this month, next month, the next couple months. I'm meeting up with Ty tomorrow. We're going to do a jersey swap with our, you guys are going to see. I'm not going to tell you guys because it's going to be a secret. But I'm meeting up with Ty from East Coast Red and Gold tomorrow. And we're going to do the thing. So be on the lookout for that. Also, for those that aren't on Twitter, we came up with the name for the morning show. Well, actually, the lunch show, not the morning show. The lunch show. That's my morning, 12 o'clock. Okay. Up here, guys. Let me see. It's taking me out of here. Duck Hunt's hunting me right off of the screen. All right, let me remove this. Hold on, because it's trying to share too much stuff at once. Still trying to share Tony. All right, guys, hold on. I'll tell you about the afternoon show in a minute. Let me get this damn duck hunt up here because the duck's fucking quacking in my ear.
I don't know if she's still a celebrity, but I feel like the celebrity I run into most here in Vegas is Misha Tate, and that's because I used to manage one of her properties here in Vegas. Old UFC fighter, Misha
Mm,
Tate, and I ran into Mayweather a couple times, one at the bank, and then another time just in traffic.
right. Let's get some duck hunt. So, as you duck hunts, my service go crazy. But yeah, everybody that had put their name on there, if you weren't able to get on, well, you'll be able to get into next week's giveaway because the list's already put together. So, yeah, this one it is. Whoever pops up first will be the winner. Again, this is for the Juice and John Taylor, both numbered. John Taylor is numbered at a 60. Juice is numbered at a 249. Whoa, where's my camera? Okay. My camera went out and I had to get this new camera, and this new camera sucks, so I'm returning it. So that's why, Willie, you had said you hadn't seen me because my camera had taken a shit. So I just don't feel comfortable coming on here and talking with just like without me being here, with just the icon on there or whatever, like without a camera. So I wasn't trying to do that. But yeah. All right, everybody. So yes, whoever is first, whoever gets shot up, whoever gets the 187 on their ass, that's who's going to be the lucky winner. Good luck, everybody. Let's see, who's it going to be? Oh, oh, oh. Oh,
Alberto, the winner.
congrats, Alberto. Yay, Alberto. Alberto gets these two lovelies.
Yes, you, Alberto. He's on me. Kyle Juszczyk and John Taylor cards. Yes, that's you, sir.
Congrats. Sorry you had to get shot in the process, but that's what happens around here. We put the bang bang in Niner gang.
There you go.
So congrats to all the winners. Again, to the moderators, thank you. We appreciate you guys. To the chat, we always appreciate y'all. Nothing but love. We thank all 30, 35 of you guys for being here, for spending your time with us. We know that it's, off season, times are slow. Things are slow, but, we appreciate you guys stopping through, hanging out with us for a little bit.
I see a comment by Willie Rodriguez. He said his son, Mark Anthony, his son wants a shout out. Shout out to you, Mark Anthony. I don't know how old you are, but I'm glad you're listening to our channel. So shout out to you, Mark Anthony. You're the GOAT.
Where's that comment? Oh, I see it. Shout out to you, Mark Anthony. Little goat, what's up? Appreciate you listening in. But yes, fam, we appreciate you. Oh, let me finish telling you guys. So the name of the afternoon, the lunchtime show, is going to be Lunchtime Quickie with Miriah. I put out a tweet to Twitter and had asked, for name suggestions. I got a lot of great responses. Shout out to Gina for coming up with the lunch sack Bosa idea. So once you see the thumbnail, you'll see that there's Bosa on a lunch sack on it. That was Gina repping the Bay's idea. So shout out to her. But I went with my wife's idea for the name, which was Lunchtime Quickie. I don't know if she was trying to put some ideas out there or what, but
Oh, she
anyways.
definitely was. Ain't no
That's
doubt
the name
about
of the
that
show.
one.
But yeah,
Tommy.
it's gonna be at 12 Pacific Standard Time, and it's just gonna be like a 30-minute show around there. Talk about whatever sports, football, basketball, whatever sports news there is. Talk about whatever's going on. It's not specifically related to the 49ers, even though, obviously it's on this channel. Just a little something, little pick me up. It's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Just a little something for me to check in with you all, say what's up, help you get through your day. Maybe I'll put together some, there's dad jokes. Maybe I have to put together some Miriah jokes, and we'll finish each episode off with a Miriah joke to, put a smile on your face and help you guys get through that lunch hour and get through your days. So, yeah, I just wanted to do something different. There's so much 49ers. Like I said, I'm so tired of just talking about the same 49er stuff over and over and over.
Quarterback situation.
So, yeah. It's like you can only talk about quarterback freaking bullshit so much,
Yeah.
And I know you guys can only hear about it so much as well. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different. I know there's morning shows. There's tons of shows at night. And I just feel like there's a time slot, that I can kind of just fit myself in right there and make a little home there. So yeah, hopefully you guys will come through and check me out there. What's up, Tommy? Yeah. What's up, Denise?
Dad jokes. Go ahead. I was gonna end with and also too, I'm gonna give you guys kind of a heads up, even though it's not for a couple weeks. We're putting together a panel of with me and Miriah included, with 8 other guests to come on and talk about the draft. After the fact. So the draft is April 27th through 29th, and then we're gonna have a show about 5 days later talking about the draft, undrafted free agents, what we think, what we would have done differently, and or not. Maybe we like what they did and we kept it the same. Then we're going to talk about position battles, the ones that pretty much aren't out there yet, as far as like the right tackle position, the nickel, Azeez Al-Shaair's spot at linebacker, and also the quarterback position. So, and then, obviously if we draft a kicker, we can add that as well with Zane Gonzalez and whoever we draft. So yeah, it's going to be a nice show. It's going to be a nice panel. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be May 4th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, come and enjoy the show with us, because it's going to be a lot of fun with a lot of interesting guests who were, I try to make it to where, we got people from the East Coast, the Midwest, all this stuff to come and talk 49er football with us. So yeah, that's going to be I hope you guys all come out for that.
Yep, should be a lot of fun. And then, as always, remember, tonight is Thursday at 7:00 on the 49ers Podcast Network. The group of us content creators will be back, for our usual weekly show. So make sure you guys catch us there. And yeah, again, we appreciate you guys, everybody that's lurking and not in the chat, just because you're not in here talking in the chat. We still appreciate you just as much.
Most definitely.
Those watching back on replay, you are appreciated as well. And yeah, it has its own channel, 49ers Podcast Network. And then also, some of us have it streaming on our channels as well. If you check Niner Sickness Podcast, Beto's channel, he usually has it streaming there, but it has its own channel as well. So make sure you check that out.
Look what Brian said, may the 4th be with you instead of the force be with you.
Yeah.
I like that. Kind of catchy. I like that.
All right, fam. We appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. Have a safe weekend. And we'll be back sometime soon.
Next week, yeah. All right.
Much
talk to you later,
love, fam. Smile.